All right, guys. So I often get asked, what are you guys building with 360 Sync? Where are you guys going? Um, and how is it gonna help me out? Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're about halfway done with 2025. And so I'm gonna go through what my roadmap was for 2025, and we'll see how we've done with what we've done with it so far, and then where we're what we've got in progress, and then where we plan to go by the end of the year. Okay. So first, if you guys have ever done a demo or a trial with me, let me share my video so you can see me. If you've ever seen a demo that I do for 360 Sync, you've probably seen this slide. Okay. This shows all of the tools that we connect to. Okay. So you'll see we've always been able to connect to, I guess I'll just say the big four. We've always been able to connect to Windows, Procore, Autodesk, and SharePoint. Those are something that it seems like everybody that we work with connects to at least one of those things. But we've always been able to connect to, to those. Okay. And we've always been able to copy files and folders to and from all of them. But um, within the next couple of weeks, you will see a new slide from me. And so that will have all of these different items plus these uh, four new functionalities. Okay. So I'll, rather than just go over everything, you can, if you see it on the screen here, we can connect to it, which means we can copy files to or from everything you see on the screen. But in addition to that, things that are new that are coming out are one, we will be able to connect to Microsoft Azure Blob Storage. So that'll be super easy to connect to. You just put in your client ID and secret, and then you'll be able to connect to that cloud storage tool. You'll also be able to connect to Amazon S3 buckets in the same fashion. So both of those cloud tools will be able to connect to, and we'll be able to copy files to or from. We actually have already released Ignite, so we can copy files to or from Ignite. And then finally, by the end of this month, we will be able to connect to Trimble Connect and to Trimble Project Site. Okay, so we're super excited about all five of these. I guess it shows it's four here, but Project Site and Connect are kind of the same thing. We're super excited about being able to connect to all of these. All of these were demand driven from our customers, or from our potential customers. So in all, each one of them had at least 10 users or potential users that mentioned that they wanted to connect. So this will just make it a whole lot easier for you to connect to whatever you use to, store files. Okay. In addition to that, I'll go over my roadmap. Okay. I'm going to show you the things that we've completed this year, the things that we've already got in progress, and then the things that we have planned. Okay. So the high level of this, I guess, is I'll go back. The high level of this is that we want to connect to more things that our customers connect to. Okay. We want to be able to revolutionize the way that people manage RFIs and submittals. And then we want to improve the way that people manage cost inside of um, Autodesk and Procore. Okay, so those are our big ideas. Those are our big overarching basic goals, and this is how we're going to tackle all of those things. So if you take a look at my next two slides, I'll go over each one of these, and we'll talk maybe 30 seconds for each item, but we'll see if if it's labeled green, it is obviously completed. If it's yellow, that means that we have started on it, but it's not complete. And then if it's red, that means that it's planned. Okay, so the things that we've already done between January and June of 2025 are RFIs and submittals for Autodesk and Procore. So now what we built at the beginning of the year is we built the functionality where we could take the data from RFIs or the data from submittals and copy them to Procore, or take the data from RFIs and submittals in Procore and copy them into Autodesk. Okay, so we've been working on that. We worked on that at the beginning of the year, and we accomplished that. Okay, so you can also download RFIs and submittals from Procore or Autodesk as files and copy them wherever else you want to. But if you're using both tools, because you use one and then the project uses another, you can actually migrate that data between both locations. Okay, we've also built in the ability to upload or download photos between from Autodesk or Procore. We also built in an added feature with RFIs on status that allows you to copy RFIs based off of if they're open, if they're closed, or both. This was actually an improvement from RFIs, so we did a version 2 of that already. We also have added the ability to copy drawings or sheets from Autodesk or Procore. And you can actually take them to the drawing tool or to the sheet tool in either Autodesk or Procore, or you can download them as documents or copy them to the documents tool in any of the things that we connect to. Okay. We also built a connection to Ignite, so you can copy files and folders to or from Ignite. And then we also built an integration between Autodesk and Procore that allows us to copy Procore punch list items or Procore observation items and convert those into issues in Autodesk, or take issues that are marked as observations or punch lists in Autodesk and copy those to the Procore punch list tool or the Procore observations tool. So basically, if you're managing your project in 2 different locations, we now give you the ability to do that. Okay. Another thing that we've done is we've allowed you to sync submittals on status. So when a specific status and a specific response is given, you can choose to download just those submittals. And then also we have built in a help desk. So if you see a nice little light bulb that pops up on or that you see inside of 360 Sync, you'll see it in a bunch of different places. But if you click that light bulb, it'll give you a step-by-step walkthrough for how to create a connection, or view or review the log, or set up a project, or schedule a project, or even just understand what the advanced features do. We're going to be building in more and more every month with that, but we have already gotten a significant portion of our help desk completed. Okay, so you can use that as a refresher course, or if you want to, you can always just reach out to me if you have a problem or an issue, or if you don't remember how to do something. But we gave that to everybody as a first line of defense. Okay, so that's what we've done so far. But here's some of the stuff that we're going to do, or that we've already got in progress. Okay, so we've already started on all of this stuff. So as I said before, one of our main goals is to make cost management easier for Autodesk and Procore users. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to start building out like a cost management migration tool. Okay, and so the very first step of that is to give our users the ability to create projects and then export the companies that are either in Procore or Autodesk, and then even possibly export the users. Okay, so what that will allow, so that's actually kind of like a bonus thing. So we're setting everything up for cost because you have to be able to create a project, you have to be able to leverage the company and the user data when you are building a budget or a contract in either location. So basically you have to so that's what we're building out first, but then also it's going to be a great migration tool for our customers, because now they'll be able to create projects from 360 Sync and then copy any or all of the data there. okay, including the enterprise data that like companies and users, okay. We're also in the process of, like I said, in one of the first slides, connecting to cloud storage tools like Azure Blob Storage and Amazon S3 buckets. We will have Google, whatever Google's, I can't remember what it's named. We'll have that one shortly later on in the year, but here within the next month we should have Amazon S3 buckets and Azure Blob Storage ready to go. We're also working on connecting Autodesk Vault. So you'll be able to connect to any version of Vault that you want to connect to. Right now, we kind of have a limitation where you have to connect to 2025, and then it can go 3 years back. But if you're using anything from 21 to 2025, we'll have 2026 probably by the end of the year. If you connect to those, then you'll be able to select it individually and then connect. Okay. Like I said, project migration. We'll be able to copy multiple projects at once and then all the tools. So if you want to copy the documents, then you can just choose to copy the documents for all of your projects or any or all of your projects, 1, 2, 5, 10, all of them. Okay. You'll also be able to do that if you wanted to do, copy the documents, the RFIs, the submittals. You'll be able to do that as well. And we are building this out initially for Autodesk users, Procore users, SharePoint, and even Windows users. So basically, if we're talking about Windows, you'll be able to take a folder and create a project in one of the other locations. Okay, or if you're going from SharePoint or Procore to Windows, then we'll take a project and create a folder with that name and drop everything that you want to copy in it underneath it. Okay. Also in progress, we'll be able to connect to Trimble Connect. Trimble Connect is a guarantee that we'll be able to connect to it by July. Project Site, I have just one more thing that I have to set up with I'm working on something with Trimble to get that going, but we should have that very soon. And then we will have the ability to edit submittals in Autodesk. That is something that API call just recently came out. And so we have been building that in so that not only can you copy submittals from Procore into Autodesk, pardon. So not only can you copy submittals from Procore to Autodesk, but now you'll be able to edit them. So if they are in progress or they're open or they haven't even, they're just a blank submittal that hasn't been submitted yet, you'll be able to copy all of those from Procore to Autodesk and rather than just copying the closed ones right now. So you'll be able to edit those as they get updated. Okay. Next, and then finally, the last thing that we have in progress is our dashboard. So we are building an AI prompted dashboard where you could prompt it to say something like, hey, I want to know my top 5 projects that have failed files in them. And so then it would basically give you that list and it would show and it would show you how many files had failed for those projects. Or maybe you'd say, I need a list of all the failed files and their source location. It would do that. It would provide you with a list on screen, and then it would give you the option to download that list as an Excel file, and then you could, go and review those files and edit them and it would, with how you want. Or, maybe you wanted to see, how much data, each project is copying, maybe you want to see how much data this one project has synced, over the course of a month or a year. You'll be able to do all of that just by prompting some stuff in there. We'll have some baked in prompts that you just click from a drop down, or you could type something in that was customizable that fit whatever your need was. Okay. So we're working on that one. We just started that. That's probably the furthest of these in progress things that we've got right now, but that is something that we were working on. Next, our planned items. Okay. Um, so, as I said, one of our main focuses is with making cost easier. So we will have our phase 2 of cost will be the ability to copy budget data between Procore and Autodesk. And then phase 3 of cost will be able to, you'll be able to create main contracts and take the data back and forth of main contracts between Procore and Autodesk. And then further on, I'll just skip ahead since we've got all of the cost things in there. We will be able to copy change orders between Procore and Autodesk, or Autodesk and Procore. Okay. In addition to that, many of our customers have asked, hey, if I'm migrating a project from one place to another, I want the full project. I want to be able to see the entire version and all the version information from that project. So what we're going to do is for Autodesk, Procore, SharePoint, and Windows initially, we actually already can do that with Viewpoint and with, I believe, Asite. But we will be able to copy the file and all of its versions in order, so that then you have the same, version control inside of 360 Sync. Okay. We will also start building functionality with the Procore Models tool. So you'll be able to upload or download that to the Models tool, update it, and then you'll also be able to review, download, edit coordination issues. Okay, we'll be able to copy those to Autodesk, or from Autodesk to Procore, or download them as an Excel file, edit them there, and then upload them back to Procore. Okay, we already have similar functionality like that with Autodesk, though it's not specifically with their coordination files. Okay. We will also take a look at more Procore and Autodesk integrations. Specifically, the ones that are available to us currently is Autodesk Forms, and then Procore daily logs and meeting minutes, and converting those back and forth into each other. So we would be able to take an Autodesk form, convert it into a daily log or to a meeting minute, and then take the meeting minutes and convert that into an Autodesk form. Okay. And then finally, towards the end of the year, the goal is to have an RFI and submittal workflow for Newforma, Trimble Project Site, and Ignite. So the same thing that we already do for Autodesk and Procore, where we can take the data and copy it from one place to another, we want to do it with those 3 tools. Okay. So that's pretty much it. That is my roadmap that we've worked on already, that we have in progress, and then that we plan to build for the rest of the year. So my request to everybody out there watching, or watching in the future, is if there's something on here that shoots a light bulb off into your mind that hey, this is awesome, but what about this, Michael? I would, please reach out to me. Let me know how I can make 360 Sync better, because all of this stuff has come about because of customer requests. Okay. Customer feedback is what drives our roadmap. It's not just, oh, I'm just going to build this because I think it would be cool to do. No, it's because you guys, my customers, my potential customers, have told me this is what's important to you. So if there is something like, if there's something like if there's something, so sorry about that. So if there's something like Revisto that you want me to look at, or maybe there's Aconex, or there's some other tool that you guys connect to that we don't already connect to, or if there's some certain piece of data that you guys want copied from one place to another, then let me know, and I will scope it out, and maybe we can build it. So thanks for watching today. Have a great day. And if you, if you have any questions about this, if you want to see a demo, you can reach out to me directly. My email is michael.reuter@evolvemep.com. I guess I should spell it Reuter, Reuter, at evolvemep.com. Or you can just respond to in the email, and you can set up a demo there. So thanks, guys. Have a good rest of the day. Talk to you soon. Bye.